As a barista working in a coffee shop, today I would like to share with you one of the common challenges I see most of the customers face when they come to a coffee shop with the interest of having a good cup of coffee. But when they are given a coffee menu, they can't choose the right coffee drink for them. Most of the time, they will end up choosing the non-coffee drinks or something which is popular like the lattes and the cappuccinos. Yet on a coffee menu, there are so many amazing coffee drinks that you can choose from. The ones which are sweet and not sweet. The one which contain more milk and some of them contain less milk. Some of them come iced and hot. To best understand this, I'm going to be showing you how we make these coffees in our coffee shop and also explaining to you the basic knowledge that you need to know about this coffee drink. As a beginner barista, you're going to have the basic recipe on how you can make these coffees, either at home or in a coffee shop. Hi, I'm the barista. Today I'm going to be showing you how we make the different coffee drinks on our coffee menu in our coffee shop. You're going to understand the differences between each of these coffee drinks. Here are the key things that you're going to take note in this video. Some of these coffees contain milk, some of them don't contain milk. Some of them are sweet, some of them are not sweet. Some of them are double shot and some of them are single shot. Each of these key factors determine the taste of this coffee drink. So to best understand, I would like to invite you to come join me, show you as I make these coffees and explain to you the differences between each of these coffee drinks. Since the coffee menu is very big to handle in only this video, I'm going to make the different series of these coffee drinks, starting with the hot coffee. We're going to be looking at the espresso, the black coffee, and the milk-based coffees. So we're going to start with the espressos. In the espressos, we are not going to add any additional ingredient in them. It's just the way we extract them. It's what's going to determine their strength and their taste. So we're going to be looking at the Ristretto, single shot of espresso, double shot of espresso, and the longo. So we're going to start by grinding our coffee beans. We are using 20 grams of grinded coffee beans. We're going to distribute it and we tamp by using a back press, which is an automatic coffee tamper to keep the consistency while we are extracting. We're going to start by making a double shot of espresso, which is also known as a doppio. It's a highly concentrated coffee beverage with a strong flavor in it. So we're going to weigh a 35 ml as our yield out for our double shot of espresso. Our second coffee beverage, we're going to be making a single shot of espresso, also known as the shot black. We're going to weigh the same yield out as our double shot of espresso, but in this process we are splitting our shots. So we're going to get 2 shots of espresso using 1 pot filter. So this is how we make our single shot of espresso. Ristretto, as you can hear by the name, it's also an espresso coffee beverage. It's made in the same process as an espresso, but for the Ristretto, we restrict the flow of water into our coffee grind. This is going to result into a more concentrated and a more stronger coffee beverage, more than a double shot of espresso or a single shot of espresso. The longo is our next coffee drink. This is extracted more than the double shot of espresso. Likely you're going to use a ratio of a 1:3 ratio, so you're extracting 50 to 60 ml as our yield out for a longo. It's often served in a more bigger cup than the espresso cup. We use a cortado cup while we are serving our longo. It's not going to be very intense as the espresso. Our next coffee drink is going to be an Americano. An Americano is an espresso coffee beverage which is made by extracting a double shot of espresso, which is a 30 ml as our yield out for our espresso, then diluting our espresso with hot water in it. There are two versions that you can make an Americano. You can make a long black and also you can make an Americano. If you want to know the difference between a long black and the Americano, I'll link my video. It's a full guide on how you can make a long black and the Americano, the differences that you must know about these two coffee beverages. I'll link it in the description below. You can check it out after this video. Our next coffee beverage, we're going to be making a single shot of espresso macchiato. Espresso macchiato is served in an espresso cup. It's an espresso coffee beverage which contains espresso and also small amount of milk. You can use foam or still milk and create a wet macchiato. For this video, we are making a wet macchiato. Add a small amount of milk into our espresso. to create a wet macchiato. As simple as this. It's going to be more intense because it contains less milk than the espresso. Our next coffee beverage, we're going to be making a piccolo latte. A piccolo latte, we're going to split our shot of espresso. So we're going to have a less strong cup of coffee. We extract a single shot of espresso, steam our milk similar to that texture of making a latte, then create an amazing latte art on your piccolo. If you're someone who likes your coffee not very strong and with a little amount of espresso in it, then the piccolo can be the perfect coffee drink for you because it doesn't contain much coffee in it. Cortado. This is one of the amazing coffee drinks that I love in a coffee shop. It's well balanced. It's a 1:1 ratio, so we use a double shot of espresso, steam our milk, then add it into our cup. We use the same cup similar to that of a piccolo. It's a 5-ounce cup when we are making a cortado. It's a well balanced coffee beverage which is perfect for those people who want their coffee well balanced when it doesn't contain much milk in it. So this is how we make our cortado. For our next coffee beverage, this is cafe latte or a latte. This is the most popular coffee beverage that you will find in many coffee shops across the world. It's often added syrups in it so that you can create other coffee drinks like the vanilla latte. So we're going to extract our double shot of espresso, then steam our milk very well but not with too much foam, then mix it in our espresso to create a cafe latte with less foam so that you can be able to create an amazing latte art. As you can see, I made a swan on our cafe latte. This is one of the amazing coffee drinks that you can try if you're someone who wants a milk-based coffee which is well balanced also. Then our next coffee drink is one of the oldest coffee drinks, and this is a cappuccino. For our cappuccino, we're going to split our shot. This is because we want our cappuccino to be totally different than the latte. So it's going to contain less espresso in it and it's not going to be strong as the latte. So we're going to steam our milk. This is a modern way of making a cappuccino. So we just inject in more air into our milk to create more foam while we are making our cappuccino. Then mix our steamed milk with a bit of more foam into our espresso to create a cappuccino. This is also an amazing coffee drink. If you're someone who doesn't want a strong cup of coffee but with enough milk, then the cappuccino can be the perfect coffee drink for you. Our next coffee beverage is a flat white. But before making our flat white, let us make the cafe mocha. If you're someone who loves chocolate, then cafe mocha is a perfect coffee drink for you. It contains chocolate powder with espresso and also milk. But we also add a sugar syrup so that we can make it sweet. So I'm going to be showing you how we make it in our coffee shop. We extract a single shot of espresso, mix our chocolate powder into our espresso, add our sugar syrup into our milk when we are steaming, then create an amazing latte art. It's going to give you that chocolate smoothness when you're drinking it, but it's not going to be very strong, and also since it's sweet, it's going to be a nice cup of coffee if you're someone who wants a sweet cup of coffee. Then our last coffee drink on the menu, on the hot coffee beverage, and this is a flat white. For a flat white, we're going to be using a smaller cup than the one for the latte and the cappuccino. So for a flat white, we are using a Ristretto shot. It's going to give you that smoothness when you're having it. It's one of the amazing coffee drinks that many people are becoming addicted to nowadays because of the smoothness and also the well balanced it is. This is how we make our flat white. So this is how we make our hot coffees. This is part 1 of the series that I'm making, explaining to you the coffee drinks that you can find on a coffee shop menu so that you can have the great experience. The next video, I'll link it here when it's ready. It's going to be explaining to you the cold coffees that you can find in the coffee shop and which can be the perfect choice for you.